Let's start the class. So today's agenda will be introduction to Python and installation of Python on your systems, and then starting our first code in Python. In yesterday's demo class, we had a brief discussion about the syllabus that we will be covering in this next 3 months. As you guys all know, that this will be a data science, machine learning, AI, generative AI master course, which will cover most of the concepts that are related in today's job market related to Python. Right. So yesterday we discussed about the syllabus. To talk briefly about the syllabus, if you have any queries, you can start posting in the chat section about the yesterday's class. And to talk briefly about the syllabus, this entire syllabus is divided into 14 modules. We'll be starting from basics of Python. Right, we will be starting from basics of Python. We'll be discussing SQL along with Python because SQL knowledge is very important to become a data scientist and data analyst. And then we will be covering data analyst topics in module 3. And then in module 5, we will be starting the math that is required to master data science and machine learning concepts. And then in module 6, 7, 8, we will be discussing machine learning concepts. In module 9, we will be discussing deep learning fundamentals, which is related to AI. And then in module 10, we will be getting into generative AI, which is the hottest job market in current trends, right? And then these are the 10 modules that we will be covering in this 3 months of course. And then after we complete these 10 modules, we will be working on some real-time projects that are associated with these 10 modules, right? So we will be working on machine learning data science projects. We will be working on deep learning projects. And then we will be also working on generative AI projects. Around 4 projects we will be developing with GenAI. I also gave you some demonstration of what kind of projects GenAI we can develop with GenAI in yesterday's demo class, right? And after completing these projects, we'll also spend some hours discussing about the kind of interview questions that can be asked while attending jobs that are associated with the course that we completed. And what are the kind of jobs that we will be eligible to apply? I mean, not eligible, but we can feel confident to apply are these job roles: data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, machine learning intern, ML engineer, AI engineer, GenAI developer, RAG developer, prompt engineer, right? So all these are the different kind of job roles, specifically around 4 different kind of job roles that we will be confident to apply for, right? So yeah. And yeah, this is it. That is what we discussed in yesterday's class. If you guys have any questions, this is the right time to ask those questions regarding the syllabus, regarding the fee, regarding the timings. If you guys have any questions, let's take like 1-2 minutes and see if you guys have let's take 1 or 2 minutes to figure out your queries. If no queries, then let's move forward for today's class. And the agenda for today's class is we'll be discussing about Python, installation of Python, and exploring the tools that we will be using in this course to learn Python, right? So we will be using Visual Studio Code as an editor, as an IDE to write our Python code for next 2 weeks, right? And then if time permits, we'll also discuss some Python fundamentals. I mean, not Python fundamentals, but the basic code of Python. We'll also start writing Python code in today's class itself, right? So this is the agenda of today's class. And I see no queries in the chat section. So I hope yesterday's demo class is all clear. Everyone is aware of the syllabus and confident with the syllabus. And yeah. So before moving on, I want you guys to do 2 things right now. So this is not just you guys listen and I speak class. This is something we have to be interactive here. I want, if you guys are watching this on your mobile phones, if possible, open up your working machines, open up your laptops, computers, and start working along with me. Today we'll be installing Python and VS Code on our computers. So I want you guys to work parallelly along with me so that it will save your time after the class. So, right. So if you are working on computers, what I want you guys to do is arrange your computers in such a way that on left, you have my screen, that is my live video. And on right, you have your screen, right? Your browser. So first thing first, I want you guys to visit this URL, python.org.downloads. And I want you guys to download Python. So here is the URL. I'm sharing that in the chat section as well. So click on that URL. So click on this URL and click on the download button that you see on the page that opens once you click on this URL, right? So download Python 3.14.5. I think some of the students might also have Python installed in your computers. If you guys know that Python is already installed on your computers, then ignore this step. Right, so we already have some students from previous batches as well joining in. So if you guys have Python installed, then ignore this. This is for the new students who are joining in. Right? So I want you guys to download it, not install it. Download it and put it on your computer. I will show you how to install after I finish some basic fundamentals that I have to discuss for today's class. Right? Just click on download and let the download happen. So this is the Python that that I want you guys to download. And the second thing is this Visual Studio Code that I want you guys to download. Visual Studio Code is the editor that we will be working on. One second. Visual Studio is the code that we will be working on, and this is the URL to download the Visual Studio. So if you go to that URL, this is how it looks like. Right, whatever you see here on the button, whatever button you see, click on it. Whatever download button you see, click on it. I am a Mac user, so it is showing download for Mac OS. You might be a Windows user, so according to you, it will show you a download button. Just click on that download button. It will be around 300 to 400 MB, I guess. So let the download happen, and don't install it yet. Don't click on the downloaded file. Just let that download file sit in your computer. Let the downloading process happen. So till that downloading process happen, let's explore what is Python, why we need Python, and why Python is the simplest language that we can learn, and what is the importance of Python. I mean, why Python is hugely used in machine learning, artificial intelligence, and all this. Why is Python is the hot topic in these days? So let's try to understand that, because we need to understand these topics because we have to know what we are dealing with, right? So yeah, have you guys started the download process? Type S in the chat section if you guys started the download process. Guys, come on in the chat section. So maybe I will also share this Visual Studio Code URL in the chat section here. So visit this URL and start downloading the studio, right? So guys, everyone else in the chat section, if you guys started the download process, let me know how if the students are interactive in today's class or not, right? So I want everyone to be interactive. I want everyone to be communicating in the chat section. No sitting idle business in this class. So let's interact with each other and make this class more interactive, so that we will have our interest focused on the class till the end, right? So if I keep on speaking and if you keep on listening, you might be losing the interest in first 20 or 30 minutes. But if you keep on doing along with me, then we will have our class interested for next 1 hour. We'll be focused on our class for next 1 hour, right? So I started receiving messages from students, Naresh, Madhavi, and Mahima. All started the downloading process. I hope the remaining students also started the downloading process. What about you, Priyanshi Rana? I hope you also started the downloading process. I think Lokesh, Kamini, these guys are from previous batches. I hope you guys already have the downloaded process. So I have it downloaded already. Okay, fine. So if you guys have it downloaded already, then all good. So let's move on. And in today's class itself, I will show you how to install Python and how to explore the Visual Studio Code editor, right? And then, yeah, now let's move on. So today's topic will be what is Python, why Python, and we'll be exploring Visual Studio Code and some basic code. We'll also write some basic code in Python. So yeah, introduction to Python. So now, yeah, let's start our journey learning Python. So in this first lesson, what we will be doing is we will take an overview of what Python is, what makes it special, and why it is used so widely across different domains. Now, what is a Python? So we already know that Python is a programming language, just like C++, Java, JavaScript, or PHP. But what makes Python different is Python is special because it's simple, easy to learn, powerful, and it is very general purpose language. When I say simple, I'm not just overestimating the capability of Python. Simple means it is really simple compared to other programming languages. I'm not marketing Python here using this all fancy keywords. Simple means Python is really simple, really a simple language. Why is it simple and easy to learn? Because Python is having the easiest syntax, easiest and readable syntax. Because of its clean and readable syntax, we call Python simple. So here syntax, when I say syntax, we mean the way we write the code. The way we write the code. Right? So every program, if you guys are already from Java background or any other programming language, you guys should be aware of some basic programming syntax, right? So you should have been writing Java programming language in curly braces. You should be writing C and C++ languages as well. There is some kind of syntax that you have to follow in order to write a programming language. And out of all the programming languages that we have, right? All the programming languages that we have, Python is having the simplest syntax. Now let's try to understand why I call it as a simplest syntax, right? So here is a simple program to print a message in Python. You just declare, you just assign your name, assign a name to a variable and you print the variable. Don't worry about the technical words that I'm using here. You will be understanding these technical words in future classes. I'm just giving you an understanding that why Python is very simple. This is 2 lines of code that we write to print something on our screen. Using Python to print a name, my name is Naushad, and to print my name using Python on the screen, I write these 2 lines of code. Whereas here is the simple program to print a message in Java, to print a name in Java, right? So this is the Java code, and this Java code also prints my name. Now compare these 2 codes. This is Python code and this is Java code, right? So the purpose of both codes is to print my name, to print a message on the screen. And this is the kind of syntax that is involved, right? So just take a moment and compare these 2 pieces of code. The number of lines and their syntax that is used to write the code, you will obviously find Python to be much simpler, right? So why? Because here, Python code, there is no need to define the data types. There is no need for a class. There is no need for a main method, right? You just write and run. It's simple and readable. That is, my name is Naushad. Naushad is assigned to something called name, and we are printing out that name so that Naushad will be printed on the screen. That's it. But whereas in Java, you have curly braces, you have some classes, you have some functions, you have some methods, right? So there is kind of syntax that is involved. So comparatively, Python is much simpler is what I want to say. So this is just a sample demonstration to help you understand that Python focuses on what you want to do. And in this case, we want to print a message on the screen. So Python focuses on printing a message on the screen. Whereas Java makes you first define how to do it and then set how to do it, and then it asks for what is the purpose of this code. That is how both programming languages differ, not just Java. Even if you take PHP, even if you take C, C++, first you have to write the syntax. First you have to define how to do it, and then you have to tell programming language what to do. But here in Python, you can directly say what to do, and Python will take care of how to do it. I hope that part is clear, right? So this is why we prefer Python. It is the simplest language. It is the most readable language. Even if you are a non-programmer, if you look at these 2 lines carefully, you will understand what these 2 lines are doing, right? So this is kind of message that is equating with this variable, and then you are printing that thing, right? Hello, name. Name is having Naushad in it. So hello, Naushad will be printed out. So as a non-programmer as well, you can figure out what these 2 lines of Python code is doing. But as a non-programmer, for you to figure out what this Java code is doing is a bit tough job, right? So that is the difference between Python and Java. Python is easy to learn, it is readable, it is simple, where compared to other programming languages, right? That's why we call it simple and easy to learn. I hope you are able to follow me, guys. If my speed, if you are if you are thinking that I am overspeeding the lecture, then let me know, right? So I will slow down. If you, I want every one of you to follow what I'm saying. I hope you guys are also downloading. I think we have two more students who joined after I say to download. Guys, what I'm saying is I want everyone. So guys who lately joined the today's class, I want you guys to download Python and Visual Studio Code on your computer right now. So to download Python, visit this URL. This URL is shared in the chat section of Zoom. So go to the Zoom section, Zoom chat section, and find this URL, python.org/downloads, and click on this download Python button. And then go to code.visualstudio.com and click on this download button, right? So after downloading, let that downloaded files be on your computer. Don't install it. I will guide you how to install it, right? So yeah, this is for the new students who lately joined in the class. Okay, now let's try to understand why we call Python a general purpose language. Okay, so and if you guys have any queries regarding the downloading process, if you are finding it trouble, let me know in the chat section so that I can help you guys. So don't sit idle if you are finding trouble in downloading Python or VS Code. I want everyone to be interactive. If you are finding it difficult to download, just let me know in the chat section. Let's finish the downloading process today and let's write some Python code today itself so that we learn something in these demo classes, right? So yeah, now why we call Python general purpose language? So there are many kind of programming languages, right? And we have scripting languages. Most scripting languages are special purpose. Like for example, you have a scripting language called as JavaScript. You call JS. This scripting language, this JavaScript is mainly for web development. And you also have a scripting language called as PHP. And even the purpose of this scripting language is for web development, right? So, but though Python is a scripting language, Python is a bit different. It is general purpose language. It is a general purpose language. That means it is not just used to build websites. It is not just used to build web products, but you can build a lot of applications along with it. So what you can build, what you can build with Python, we call it as a general purpose language because that means we can build almost anything with it, like desktop applications, right? So you can build desktop applications. When I say desktop applications, whatever softwares you see on your computer, right? So all these softwares can be built using Python programming language, right? So this photos is a software app on my computer. This Acrobat Online is a software app on my computer. This Notes is an app on my computer. So all these apps, all these desktop applications can also be built using Python. We can also build web applications. We can also build games using Python. There are a lot of libraries, a lot of packages, and there are some interesting packages in Python using which we can also build some real-time games. And then most importantly, we can build data science and analytics with Python. We can work on machine learning and artificial intelligence with Python. We can also do automation scripts using Python, and we can also do IoT systems using Python. So if you learn Python, you have access to all these departments. So that's why we see Python market huge in these days, right? So Python is not just one purpose language, not just a web language or not just a desktop language. Using Python, you can build a lot of applications in different areas, right? So why? Because of the community that Python is having. Python is having a huge developer community that supports it with huge kind of libraries, right? So Python has libraries, it has frameworks. So for all these domains, each department has its own libraries in Python. It has its own frameworks in Python. For example, web applications. To develop web applications, you have frameworks like Django, you have frameworks like Flask, right? So to develop data science and analytics projects, you have something called NumPy, Pandas, TensorFlow, PyTorch, all these, and then you the same thing with machine learning, the same thing with desktop application, the same thing with games. PyGames is one of the libraries we have for developing games using Python. Right, so different kinds of libraries are available in Python. Different kinds of packages are available in Python using which we can develop all sorts of applications. Okay, so and why we say Python as a data centric and powerful? Why we call it as powerful? Because Python shines especially in the areas that deal with data, right? Like data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, right? So these are the areas where you need huge data. You need huge data to train your models. You need huge data to work on artificial intelligence, right? We analyze the data, the previous data, and we predict the future data, right? So Python is the best language that we can use to work in the areas where data is involved, where data is involved. So yeah, so what kind of libraries we have to deal with this data science and machine learning? We have something called NumPy and Pandas for data analysis. We discussed about NumPy and Pandas in yesterday's class as well, and we will be discussing these two packages in very first month of our course as well, right? And then we have Matplotlib and Seaborn for data visualization, right? So we see pie charts, bar charts, right? So if you are into stock market, you see these stock charts, right? So the line charts we have in the stock market. So all these are called as all these come from data visualization. So in the stock market we have something called graphs like this, right? So and we also have pie charts in the business analysis, where the data is divided into different parts, and we also have something called bar charts, right? All these kind of bar charts can be seen in business analysis and all, right? So all these are called as data visualization. You have huge data, and to show that huge data to your end user, to the client, you visualize that data into nice graphs using this data visualization libraries. So Matplotlib and Seaborn are Python packages which we can use for data visualization, to analyze, to visualize the data, something like that, something like this, right? So yeah, we have packages for so guys, when I say libraries, they are nothing but packages in Python, right? So in generic we call it as libraries. So libraries, packages, both same is what you can consider for now. So yeah, we have Matplotlib and Seaborn for data visualization. We have TensorFlow and PyTorch for AI and deep learning. So Python has become the go-to language for all the modern technologies and innovations is what we can say, especially in this AI era. Python is the one programming language that is ruling all other languages. So this is very short narration about what is Python and why is Python special and why we need to learn Python, Python. And I hope by now you guys have downloaded Python and Visual Studio. So I see more students joined in after I asked you guys to download Python. So guys who newly joined in, so what I said is in the beginning of the class, I asked all the students to download Python and Visual Studio Code by visiting these URLs. So I'm sharing these URLs again in the chat section for all the newly joined students. So use these URLs to download Python and Visual Studio Code right now on your computers, right? So I want you guys to parallelly work with me so that I can show you how things work. Okay, fine. So I see some questions in the chat section. So Naresh is asking a question. So how to check is Python installed on my system? Okay, Naresh, have some patience. I will be showing you how to install and how to check if Python is installed, right? So give me some time here. Give me some time, Naresh. So yeah, but it is better if you guys, so if you guys never worked on Python on your computer, then it is better you guys download the Python on your computers, because some computers come with pre-built Python, right? So mostly Mac computers, Mac laptops, they come with Python pre-installed. Your Mac can be a old laptop. So so you might be having a older version of Python. So if you have never worked on Python before on your computer, then I recommend you guys to download Python right now by visiting the URLs that I shared in the chat section. Don't ignore it. Download it, right? So I hope most of you guys have downloaded it. If you guys have any problem in downloading, just let me know in the chat section. So let me see the chat section again. Guys who newly joined, please make sure you guys download the Python right now, Python and Visual Studio. Now let's try to understand the installation of Python. So once you install Python, so I already have Python installed on my computer. So I am not going to show you the installation process using my computer, but I'm going to show you using the screenshots that I have so that it will be easy for you. Now, what I want you guys to do is don't install Visual Studio yet, but open up the Python file that you downloaded, right? Guys, everyone, whoever downloaded the Python file, everyone after downloading the Python file, click on that Python file and start installation process. Once you double click on it, or once you click open on that Python file, you should see a screen something like this. You should see a screen something like this, right? So the installation process will be pretty basic for Python, right? So for Windows, for Windows user, make sure to check these two boxes, the two boxes which you see here. Make sure to check these two boxes here. Add Python to path and use admin privileges when installing py.exe file, right? So make sure you click on these two options and then click on install now. Click on install now. Right? Once you click on install now, Python accept the agreement, right? So you should accept. It is the sorry, this is the VS Code installation, right? So sorry. So once you click on install now, the installation process should start. If it is asking for any kind of permission, give all those permissions and begin the installation process. It will take around 30 seconds to 1 minute to install the Python, right? So let me know in the chat section if you guys finished installing Python. Once you finish installing Python, let me know in the chat section by saying, yes, I installed Python. Guys, everyone in the chat section, Mahima Kumar, Madhavi, I hope you guys have installed Python. If you guys finished installation of Python, just let me know in the chat section. Let's wrap this up very quickly so that we can focus on writing some Python code in today's class itself. If you guys have any kind of query in installation process, just unmute yourself and have a discussion with me. No worries.
Hi, Naushad.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry to disturb. So this is regarding the installation. I'm trying to install Python in my laptop, and I see a run command on the screen saying Windows is not configured to allow paths longer than 260 characters.
तेरा voice nice हो रहा है.
Okay, so
Am I audible?
yeah, you are audible.
Yeah.
Maybe you can speak a bit louder so that it will be much clear. But I see. So any other Windows user is seeing this issue? So yeah, can I know your name? Who is speaking?
Mahima here.
Yeah, Mahima, can you share the screenshot in the Zoom chat section? Whatever issue you are
I'm
seeing.
trying to extracting it. I'm trying to extracting it. Just 1 second.
So guys, if you see any issues, take a screenshot of that and post in the Zoom chat section so that I will have a clear idea, right? Mostly this installation process should be very simple. Without any issues, it should happen.
Rightly.
Find any issue, you can share the screenshot in the chat section. You can attach your images in the chat section as well, right? So you have options. So Madhavi installed, I think Naresh also had installed it. So guys, any other facing issues? Manikanta, I hope you also installed, right? So I hope guys, if you have any issues in installation, just let me know. Mahima Kumar, I'm just going through your screenshot here. Give me a minute.
I just got another screenshot. I tried to click on Windows icon and open Python file. I got a screen like this.
Okay, so 1 second. To run this, check again.
There's another screenshot I just sent.
I'm checking.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Python is already installed in your computer now. Yeah, Python got installed. You have like 3.14. The installation process is done. Okay, fine. So
this
yeah,
is the page like the run page Python 3.104.
yeah, fine.
14.
I will take it from here. I think Python is installed in your computer now. So you can close this.
Okay.
Whatever command prompt you see, you close it. Now, guys, after finishing the installation of Python, if you are a Mac user, open up your terminals. And if you are a Windows user, open up your command prompts, right? You can search for CMD in your Windows. In the start section, you can find CMD and open it. And if you are a Mac user, open terminal, right? You can search for terminal in your Mac and open it. Right now, let's check if Python is installed on our computers or not, right? So, yeah. Open up the terminal. So you should see something like this if you are a Mac user. If you are a Windows user, you should see your command prompt. Now, after opening up your terminals and command prompts, I want you guys to type Python space hyphen hyphen version. And if you are a Mac user, I want you to type Python 3 space hyphen hyphen version. If you are a Windows user, I want you to type Python space hyphen hyphen version. And if you are a Mac user, you have to type Python 3 space hyphen hyphen version, right? So Python space hyphen hyphen version. This is what I want you to type in the command prompt. And for Mac users, I want you guys to type Python 3 space hyphen hyphen version. This is what I want you guys to type. And after typing it on your command prompts and terminal, click on enter. Type enter. Once you type enter, it should show you what version of Python is installed on your computers. So if it shows something like this, Python 3.14 or Python 3.14.1, Python 3.1, whatever version, then that's fine. If the version is Python 3 and above, that's fine. If version is lesser than Python 3, then you have to download the newer version of Python and install it. If it says Python 2.7, Python 2, then install the newer version of Python using the URL that I shared in the chat section. Everyone, have you guys figured out what Python version is installed on your computers? Let me know in the chat section what version is installed on your computers. Is it 3.14, 3.1? What version is installed on your computers? Just let me know in the chat section, right? Everyone, come on, guys. So Lokesh says 3.14, Pratap, 3.14, Grace, 3.14, Priyanshi, 3.13. Yeah, that's fine. So Madhavi says Python was not.
See this error.
Yeah, I'm going through it. Give me a minute. So Python was not found. Run without argument to install from the Microsoft Store or disable this shortcut from settings. Okay, fine. So Madhavi, is your so the Windows machine that you are using? How is it a new machine or is it an old machine? So, I mean, how old is it?
It's not old. It is new only.
It's a newer version, right? So you have this what we call Microsoft Store, right? So you have something called Microsoft Store. So maybe it is asking you to install Python from using the Microsoft Store. There is some settings in your computer which is restricting directly download it. So maybe visit Microsoft Store and search for Python. You should be seeing Python and then click on install and it should be very basic from there. Just let me know if you finish installing it using Microsoft Store, right?
Yeah, I'm finding Python there.
Okay, so here Manikanta is guiding you. Set path in environment variables. So if you can do that, cross-check. So Madhavi, cross-check the reply that you got from Manikanta. So if you can do that, so cross-check it, and if you can figure it out, follow Manikanta's suggestion, or else try to do it from Microsoft Store, right? So after installing Python, I think most of the students responded here with the version 3. That's fine. So now we have Python installed on our computers. Now I want you guys to click on VS Code. click on the VS Code file that is downloaded. It should be around 300 to 400 MB, I guess. I'm not sure what MB the newer version is having, but make sure you install the newer version. And now after installing, downloading VS Code, click on that file, double click on that file, and start the installation process. Right? Obviously, the installation process is pretty basic, but I want you guys to check something before installation. So once you double click the VS Code file, I want you to accept the agreements. That is pretty obvious. So here you see accept the agreement. So click on that option, and once you click on that option and click on next, you should see something like this, right? So what I want you to do is check on all the options that you see here, right? So create a desktop icon, open with code, right? Action to Windows Explorer, file context menu, and add open with code action to Windows Explorer, directory context menu. So if you can check on all these options, then that will simplify your Python journey, that we do in next 2 weeks, right? So check on all these options with the 5 options that you have. Check on all that and click on next. Once you click on next, I think the installation process should start. Let the installation process begin, and it might take some seconds to install the VS Code on your computers. After the installation process, you see something like this. Make sure you check this box that is launch Visual Studio Code. You check it and click on finish. Let me know once you guys finish this process. Guys, I hope you started the installation process of VS Code, right? So just let me know once you finish this installation process and make it quick. And also be quicker in texting me in the chat section so that I know that you guys are able to follow me. Once you finish this installation process, I will guide you how to use the VS Code editor, right? So just let me know in the chat section once you finished the installation of VS Code. Madhavi, I hope you are able to cope up with the installation of Python. If you are facing any issues, just let me know in the chat section. And other students as well, make sure once you finish installation of your VS Code, let me know in the chat section that you are finished with that so that I can show you the demonstration of how to use VS Code in writing Python code. Okay, so let me open up my VS Code here. You should, after installation, you should be it should already be opening up after installation, because we checked on this launch Visual Studio Code. We checked on this. So once you click on finish, the Visual Studio should by default open up, right? So
Naushad, sorry to interrupt. I got another page. I've sent an image in the chat window. Could you please check that?
give me a second.
Yeah. I see multiple options as in Python development, ASP.NET, Azure AI development.
Okay, so I'm going through your screenshot. Okay, so Madhavi, I hope you installed Python. That's nice. And so installing Visual Studio Community. So what is this? So this is what you see when you double click on the.
Yes.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, after it, but
Sorry?
it is asking me to it is asking me to check in Python development, ASP.NET.
Maybe you can check Python development. Maybe this is a new edition for 2026 Visual Studio Code. Maybe you can check on it and install while downloading is what you can do. Check on Python development option that you see, right?
Naushad, one question. While installing VS Code, right, what are the options we need to select? Additional tasks? Can you?
Everything that you see.
Everything?
Yeah, select everything. So I'm showing you the screenshot here. So this is what you see, right? These are the
Yeah.
options that you see. So it is better if you select everything. That should be easy for you to follow up for the next 2 weeks classes. Create a desktop
Okay.
and add open with code. So everything, select everything. Sure. Okay, so yeah, here Mahima. So look at Priyanshi's message. Have you download visuals? I think he downloaded Visual Studio.
Right.
I think
Yes.
are you sure that you
The
downloaded
Visual
VS Code,
Studio
right?
itself. Sorry?
You downloaded the VS Code, right? So the URL that I shared with you,
No, Visual Studio, I think. Correct.
VS
He's correct.
VS is nothing but Visual Studio. Let me show you where is it. So you went to this code.visualstudio.com and you clicked on download button. That's it, or have you did anything additional along with it?
No, I didn't got this page. I got a different page. Let me try to open that once again.
So visit
Code.
code.visualstudio.com and click on download for Windows if you are a Windows user. I think you are a Windows user. So download for Windows.
Right, now I got it. Got it. Yeah. I'm on the right page now.
Okay. So yeah, finish the installation process.
So do we select continue with GitHub, right?
So you also have the GitHub option there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can add it for now, but we will not be using GitHub for next 1 month at least. Maybe select that option as well.
Okay.
So guys, have you installed VS Code, other students? Is the installation process over? Just let me know in the chat section after you finish the installation process. Shivani says yes. Mohan says done. Priyanshi, I hope you also installed the VS Code, right? So Manikanta, what about you? Madhavi and all. Guys, everyone, if you guys are facing any issues, just let me know. Here, I think Mahima Kumar is having some issues. Mahima Kumar, I think if you
No,
are,
I'm
is everything
trying
fine?
to. I've just clicked on next.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
It is installing.
go with the process. Very simple process there. Okay, fine. So the VS Code should be installed. Now, once you install the VS Code, open the VS Code. So you should see something like this. Once you open the VS Code, it should be something like this. Right. So, and guys, if you are joining newly to the class, then no need to worry. This recording will be available. So make sure you join that WhatsApp community that I shared in the chat section. This recording will also be posted there. So if you lately joined to this class and if you have missed anything, then no need to worry. You can go through the recording again. Right. So yeah. So this is what we will be having here. This is how you see once you open up VS Code. Maybe you will be seeing some additional stuff on my computer because I am a regular VS Code user. I have been using VS Code from years. So some kind of changes other than that, you will be seeing kind of like 70 to 60% similarity between my VS Code and your VS Code, right? So I have some additional stuff like Jupyter notes here, Python badges, all that. So ignore this. Your main goal should be on this thing, new file, open. You should have something like this. Now, first, let me explore the options let us explore the options that we have on our left. So on to left, we when you click on this option, the Explorer option, you see something like this. You see something like this. Now, what I want you guys to do is go to your desktops, on your screens, on your desktop screen, create a folder. Create a folder and name the folder as Python. This is the folder. I want you guys to name. What shall we name this? Maybe we can name as Python AIML batch, right? So this is a AIML batch. So let's name it as Python AIML, Python underscore AIML. So this will be our project directory for next 2 weeks. We will be working on our Python files in this folder. So I want everyone to go to your desktops. Even if you are a Windows user or a Mac user, go to your desktops. On the top, on the screen, create a folder called Python_AI/ML. This will be our project folder for next 2 weeks, right? Once you create a folder, now go back to your Visual Studio Code, VS Code, and click on this Explorer button here. Click on this Explorer button and click on this Open Folder button. Open folder button. You should see this open folder button. Once you click on this open folder button, it should show you all the options, all the folders that you have on your computer. So now I want you to navigate to your desktop and open the Python_AI/ML folder that you just created, right? So navigate to the desktop and open Python_AI/ML. And from now onwards, VS Code will show our folder on our screen. So you should be seeing something called Python_AI/ML here under Explorer, right? That means we are inside our Python_AI/ML folder. You might be seeing here capital letters, though the folder name is in small letters. You might be seeing capital letters here in VS Code because VS Code by default converted all the letters into capitals. No need to worry about it, right? So these are this is the folder we will be working on. Now what I want to do is, when you place your cursor on this Python_AI/ML, you see these 4 options, right? So here, this, by clicking on this option, it will create a new file inside our Python folder. Now I'm clicking on it and I will be creating a new file. Maybe I will call the name as first.py. Remember guys, .py is a Python extension. .py says that this is a Python file, right? So you should be seeing a lot of extensions in your computers. You will be seeing like extensions like .pdf, right? So you will be having extensions like .txt. If you have ever worked on SQL, you will be having SQL files in .sql. If you ever worked on HTML, you should be having something called .html, right? So you have different extension for different files, right? So similarly, for Python, we have an extension called .py. .py says this is a Python file. So from now onwards, just blindly remember that when you see .py extension, it is a Python file. So now I'm naming my first file as first.py. So that is what I'm naming here. In the VS Code, what I did was I placed my cursor on this Python_AI/ML, and then I clicked on this first icon. When I clicked on this first icon, it gave me an option. And in this option, I named my file as first.py, right? First.py. And after typing first.py, I clicked on enter. That should create a Python file for me. Now, when I click on this first.py, this is the file that I see on my screen. This is the file that I see on my screen. So guys, everyone, have you completed the process? Any confusion here? Have you created the first.py file? Just let me know in the chat section. Guys, everyone, this is how you create Python files in your VS Code. So yeah, everyone says yes, and that's nice, very nice. Okay, now what I want you to do is go to this Python_AI/ML folder, and in this Python_AI/ML folder, if you now open this Python_AI/ML folder, you will be seeing the file that you just created. That is first.py file. This is the file that you just created, right? This is the file that you just created. Okay, fine. So now whatever you write in this file here, that will be reflected here. Now let me go ahead and quickly create a new file. I will call it as second.py, and this second.py file will be created in this folder as well. So automatically, directly we are creating the files under Python_AI/ML. That is what reflecting here. So this is how you create Python files. And if you want to create a subdirectory, that you can create, you can call it as a new folder, and I will name it as subdirectory here. And this creates a new folder, not a file, new folder, right? So if I go here, there is a folder called sub_directory. So this is a new folder inside this Python_AI/ML. This is how you create new files and new folders. So this is what I want you guys to know here. If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the chat section. Okay, yeah. Mahima Kumar, you got it, but it is not just .py. I see .py as the name that you give. Don't give just .py. Give some file name there, right? So right click on it. right click on .py, which you see here, right click on it and click on rename. If you want to rename the file name, you can right click on it and you can click on this rename. You can click on this rename and you can start typing the file name, right? So that's how you rename the files here. Okay, so now
So for subdirectory, I have to click on folder, right?
the second
New
icon,
folder and subdirectory.
the new folder
Right.
icon, and it
Clear.
creates the subdirect. Now what I want you guys to do is, guys, I hope everyone is able to follow me. If any queries, just let me know. I'm just trying to wrap this up some quickly because we are running out of time. Maybe let's take 5 more additional minutes. I hope you guys have 5 additional more minutes to spare with me so that I can show you all the demonstration here. We have some, yeah, Madhavi, you are on point. You are on point. Okay, so don't use this generate code option yet. I will show you how to use that. Ignore it. You might be not seeing that option on my screen because I removed the option from my screen. So no need to worry if you see something like this here. No need to worry. Just ignore it for now. Now I want you to explore the editor. Now that we understood how to create a Python file and how to create a folder, now let's go ahead and see other options that we have here. So here, click on it. Just place your cursors on the left icons that you see. The first icon is Explorer, right? And now the second icon is search option. So when you have a lot of files in your Python, you can use the search options to search for a particular word or particular file in your computer. So when you start working on projects, you will have multiple files, right? So now if you want to search for any kind of word or any kind of file, you can use this option. So now we will not be using this because we are still beginning, and ignore the source control, run and debug for now. Go to extensions. This is the extensions is where you see a lot of additional apps that that other companies build for you. Now, since we are working with Python, what I want you guys to do is click on these extensions and search for Python in extensions, under extensions. So once you search for Python, it should give something like this. You should get all the options. Now I want you to click on Python extension that is developed by Microsoft. Python extension that is developed by Microsoft. Once you click on Python extension that is developed by Microsoft, click on install button. Since this is already installed on my computer, it says uninstall, but for you it says install. Click on install. Click on install. And don't click on Python debugger, guys. Maybe when you search for Python debugger might be the thing that you see in the beginning on the top. Don't go for it. Go for Python and click on install, right? So that should install Python on your VS Code. That should connect the Python that is already downloaded on your computer with the VS Code. So downloading Python on your computer is different from installing Python on your VS Code. You should do both. Even if you completed the downloading and installing process of Python on your computer, now you have to come to VS Code and again install Python on your VS Code, right? So just let me know in the chat section if you guys are done with installing Python on your VS Code. Type S if you are done with that. Type S if you're done with that, guys. Make it quick, everyone. Okay, fine. So I see S in the chat section. So the installation process of Python is pretty smooth for most of the students. So if you see,
Yes, sir, correct. Yes. So screenshots.
see, I can't hear you. Can you be a bit
No,
louder?
I was saying I got an error message, not an error message, Windows security message.
Okay, so maybe what you can do is
Some features of C users extension Python may not work because we can't confirm who published Python 3.exe. That is what I got Windows security. Do you want me to post a picture? I can.
yeah, please share your screenshot so that I can have a better idea about that, right? So if you find any issues,
Well, I was just worried, I'm just worried that I'm sharing multiple pictures. That's the reason I'm just sharing it.
yeah, please share your screenshot so that I can go through it. Maybe for now, let me finish this process and then I will come back to you, right? Mahima Kumar, I will come back to you.
I've just shared it. Yeah, sure.
I will come back to you. Just so make sure. Check for yourself. If there are any obvious steps, complete those obvious steps. So click on Python and click on install. If that is not working, then wait for a few minutes. I will come back to you, right? So after installation of Python is done, guys, I want you guys to go to Python debugger and also install Python debugger. Same process. Okay. So after installing Python debugger, let us do some changes to our theme, right? So this is the VS Code is the editor that we will be working on for some while. So it is good to have our own personalized theme for our Visual Studio, right? So what you can do is you can search for GitHub theme in here extensions, search for GitHub. Do this after you install Python on your VS Code. GitHub extensions, sorry, not GitHub extensions, GitHub theme. If you search for GitHub theme, this is the option you get, which is developed by GitHub. Open it and click on install button. Once you click on install button, you will get a lot of GitHub options here. I mean, you can change the theme of this screen. Give me a minute. Okay, fine. So install this GitHub theme and I will guide you through this GitHub theme later, but make sure you install it. And now the next thing that I want you to do is click on this set color theme that you see here in the GitHub theme itself. So it should open up this set color theme. And here you have a lot of versions that are available. So you can select the version that suits your eyesight, right? So whatever version you feel nice, you can select that version, that theme here. So this is just for visual purpose. This got nothing to do with Python. So you can select whatever theme you want and click on enter. That theme will be applied to your VS Code, right? So once you do that, and I want you guys to go to this file and click on this autosave. Most of the time, this autosave will be already checked in. But if that is not checked in, I want you guys to check it, right? So click on this autosave, which you see in the file. This will autosave all the code that you write. There is no need for you to save the code again and again. That's the purpose, right? So click on this autosave and that will work for now. Okay, fine. So yeah, that's it, guys. So this is how we set up our VS Code. So if you have any issues, just let me know in the chat section. If you have any errors that you see, share your screenshots on the chat section so that I can guide you. Just like how Mahima Kumar is doing, share your screenshots on the chat section. And I hope now everything is fine. So if you have any queries, just let me know. No queries? Guys, anyone? Don't feel shy to post your queries. Feel open. I mean, let's be very open here. Everyone is starting from the very beginning. So even the question is very basic. So start typing in the chat section. If you type in the chat section, it will be easy for me to communicate. If you unmute yourself, then it might interrupt the class sometimes. So maybe type your question mostly in the chat section. And whenever I say unmute yourself and talk with me, then unmute yourself. So that will have a flow for the class, right? So if you have any queries, post in the chat section. Till then, I will show you some Python code, right? And then let's wrap up this class.
No, should 1 second. I have posted a screenshot. What about the versions? It's asking me to install different version. We want instead recommended Python extensions, right?
1 second. So do you want to install recommended Python extension from Microsoft? Yeah, click on install.
Okay.
Click on install. So whatever obvious steps you see, just follow it. There will be no changes in that, right? So some machines based on the versions, it will be asking some additional options compared to other students. So if those are obvious options, then click on them.
Also for Python, it's asking me to switch to pre-release version.
So which version do you have here?
I have 13.13.
13 point. Yes.
Yeah, 13.
So can you stay back after the class maybe for 3-4 minutes so that I can guide you there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fine. So whoever is having problem in installation, maybe you guys can stay back after the class for 3-4 minutes and then I will guide you there by having interaction with you, right? So now what we can do is let's start our first Python code. And remember, guys, in Python, whatever you write inside double quotes is called as a string. Remember, write down in your notes if you have. So people who are coming from programming background, you guys already know what a string is. Now, if you want to write anything on your Python, if you, one second. In Python, whatever you write inside a double quote is called as a string. So inside double quotes, you have two double quotes, 1 and 2. And in between these two double quotes, whatever you write is called as a string. Now here, I'm writing instructor is Naushad, right? So this entire sentence is now called as a string. Now, if I write just plural labs, this is also called as a string because this is inside double quotes, right? And now if I write 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, this is also called as a string because it is inside a double quote. So whatever you write inside a double quote, remember, that's a string. Even special character, that's a string. Okay. Now, if you want to print anything on your screen, then you have to use print function. Now, when I say to print anything on the screen, if I go to any of my softwares in this, so this is the Microsoft OneNote that I'm using. Now, if you see here, you see home, insert, draw, view. All these options are seen on the software, right? So you see text mode, the laser select. So all these are the text that are being displayed on the software. Now, how these text are displayed on the software? We use print function. So to display anything on the screen, you use a function called print function. So here in Python, to display anything in the screen, we use print function. And inside how print function is written, we type print and then open bracket and close bracket. This is called as a function. And inside this open and close brackets, you write double quotes. And inside this double quote, let's write some message. Welcome to Plural Labs. Right? So this is what I want to print on the screen, right? So this is what I want to print on the screen. So for that, to print welcome to Plural Labs, I write print function, and inside these brackets, I write welcome to Plural Labs string inside double quotes. Now, if I click on this icon which you see here, this is called as run Python file icon. If you want to run the code in Python, you have to click on this icon. Once I click on this icon, it prints welcome to Plural Labs, right? It is printing something on the screen. Welcome to Plural Labs, right? So now I can use the same print function to print more text on the screen. So this is Python AI ML course. Now, if I click on run as Python, so guys, everyone practice along with me. Start typing on your screens along with me, right? So here it says, welcome to Python, and this is Python AI ML course. So whatever I'm typing here, it is printing out, right? And here I will say print, and I will type some number here. Maybe I will type my number, right? So 949 331 5545. I will also type this in double quotes. And if I click on enter, I'll also have my number printed out here, right? So this is how you print something on the screen. And what is this? This is called as a print function. Now, what is a function? What is the function? This is the generic English word. The function of your hands is to work, right? The function of your pen is to write. The function of your eyes is to see. The function of print is to print something on the screen, right? So that's the basic English word. So we have a lot of functions in Python. Each function is having its own purpose, just like the functions of our the objects that we see on the that we see around ourselves, right? The function of your phone is to talk. The function of your pen is to write, right? The function of your bat is to play cricket. So just like how you every object has its own function, we have similar things in Python as well. So there are a lot of functions in Python which we use for different purposes. And out of all those functions, print is the most common function that we will be using. And the purpose of the print function is to print something on the screen. And how to write this print function? You write print, and this should be in small letters, no capital letters here. The syntax is very important, right? No capital print. That will cause an error. We'll talk about these errors in next class, but for now, all in small letters, print, and then open and close brackets. And in VS Code, what happens is when you open a bracket, it will automatically close the bracket as well. So it is simplifying your process. And inside these brackets, when you write double quote, it will again close the double quote as well. And inside this, you can write your message, right? And once you write your message, and when you click on it, that message will be printed on the screen. That message is printed on the screen. This is how you print something in Python using print function, right? So this is some basic Python code. Since we are running out of time, so let's stop here. Let's continue in the next class, right? So if you have any queries, just let me know in the chat section. I mean, if you this is the basic thing, basic print function. The beginning, we already started writing some code in Python. And from the next classes, we'll still dig deeper inside this Python code. But here, if you have any difficulty in understanding this, just let me know in the chat section. I hope you guys are practicing along with me. Make sure you guys practice along with me, right? So yeah, now let me discuss what's next. What are we supposed to do from here, right? So since you guys are already here in yesterday's class, so let me discuss something about the course. We are planning to start the course from Thursday, right? So this will be our final demo day. Today's demo day is our final demo day. We had 2 demo days, and today is our final demo day. We are planning to start from Thursday based on the student registration and all. We might start from Thursday, right? So now how to register? You guys already know the course fee and all. Let me discuss the timings first. The timing will be the same timing that you are following. That is 9:30 p.m. EDT or 7 a.m. IST. So these are the standard timings. Every batch, I mean every class will be a 1-hour class, right? So from Monday to Friday, 1-hour class, and 3 months of duration. And the course fee will be USD 200 or Indian rupees around 19,000. This should be paid in 2 parts. And if you have any issues with the course fee and if you want to discuss anything with me, just text me on the WhatsApp, right? So this is my WhatsApp number. You guys already have it. So this is my WhatsApp number. Text me. Make sure, okay, right? So this is the course fee. And to register with the course, to start classes with us from Thursday and to get your login credentials, we expect you to pay the first $100 so that we can register you. So once by Wednesday, I mean by Thursday, if you can complete this payment and send the screenshot to me on this WhatsApp number, then we will create login credentials and share those login credentials with you, right? Send screenshot after the payment is done. And the bank details to send the screenshot are this. So these are the bank details. I'm sharing these bank details in the chat section. So bank details are shared in the chat section. Copy those bank details, save them, right? So if you have any issues in doing the fee payment and all, text me on the WhatsApp. I will assist you from there. So yeah, you can, if you are an Indian user or you have some Google Pay and Phone Pay and all that, you can do the payment through GPay and Phone Pay as well. You have this UPI ID as well. And if you want to do the bank transfer, these are the bank details. And if you want to know more or if you have any issues, just let me know in the WhatsApp. I will guide you from there. And once you made the first $100 fee payment and send this screenshot to me, I will create, or I or my team will create your email and password, right? So we'll create your credentials. And using these credentials, you can log into our Plural Labs platform. We will start guiding you from there, how to log into the Plural Labs platform and how to access the recordings and all. So using these credentials, you can log into our Plural Labs platform and you can start attending our classes from Thursday and access recordings and materials on the platform, on the Plural Labs platform using these credentials. For next 3 months, all the recordings, all the materials, all the assignments, all the live classes will be happening through Plural Labs platform. And these credentials are required to log into Plural Labs platform, and these credentials will be provided to you once you send the payment screenshot to me, right? And if you have any issues in doing the payment or with the fee, just let me know in the WhatsApp. Let's move free here. Let's have some communication and figure out what's happening. Right, so text me on WhatsApp if you have any kind of issues. But we expect you to complete this payment process in next 2 days so that we can start our class. For US and Canada people, this is the classes will begin on Thursday. For Indian people, this will be Friday, right? So for Indian students, the classes will be from Tuesday to Saturday, right? So because of the timing differences, for US and Canada, the classes will be from Monday to Friday, right? So both are same, but just because of the difference in the timing and all, that's how it is. Right, so if you have any queries here, just let me know in the chat section. As soon as we get your screenshots, we will be adding you to the WhatsApp group dedicated for registered students, and we'll be providing you the credentials. Make sure you send your screenshots to this WhatsApp number so that it will be easy for me to communicate with you. And along with your screenshots, share your name and email as well so that it will be easy for us to create your credentials as soon as possible. We are planning to start the classes from Thursday or Friday for Indians, Thursday for US and Canada people. It is based on how students register with us and how the process begin. So make it quick so that it is going to take time for us to create credentials. So let's simplify here the process. So if you guys send me the screenshots as soon as possible, we can also create the credentials and share it with you. Right, the process of creating credentials will take some time. So there is some effort that we have to put in. So yeah, so assist us. So if you have any queries, reach me out on the WhatsApp. Right, so yeah, that's it for today's class. If you have any queries, stay back in the class or ask me in the chat section, or if you want to discuss anything, just let me know. Zile number. So Naresh is asking if I have this Zile number. No, guys, this is what we have, right? So overall, these are the details, either bank transfer or GPay, PhonePe, or this UPI ID. This is what we have. We don't have any other access. Maybe if you have PayPal, I will give you the PayPal access as well. You can do PayPal as well. So if you want to do PayPal, I don't have the Zile number here. So this is company's account. Alshazer Technologies is the company that we have here in India. So we are operating as a software development company here. We provide software services to our US and European clients. We also work on our some in-house products as well. So in our in-house products, we are trying to work on these machine learning algorithms and all to predict the stock market prices and all. So we have multiple apps under our name. So I will show you all those apps during our course period, because you will also get some practical knowledge about how to use the skill set in practical applications, right? So I will also give some demonstration about all the apps that we are working on, all the products, all the services that we are working on, so that you will get some practical understanding of this as well, right? So yeah. Do you provide any placement to students in US? Guys, maybe we can connect you to some consultancies that we have in our network, right? So, but we will make sure that you will get refined in the interview process, right? So it is better to tie up with any consultancy if you are someone from India and if you are someone who completed your MS and looking for job. It is better to have connections with the consultancies and go through them, because they have some direct contacts with vendors and all, right? So yeah, if you attend 90% of our classes, and if you are regular with the classes and assignments and all, then we will for sure find some good consultancies for you and connect with them. They will take care of you from there onwards, right? But before that, practicing and attending the interview questions that we conduct in this class is really important, right? So without practicing, thinking about placements is not viable. So practice these classes, attend the interview sessions that we conduct. We also do mock interviews, guys. So I should make sure I hope you guys are aware of it. We also conduct mock interviews in between. We'll also be tracking your performance. These mock interviews are supposed to give you an understanding of how these interviews are conducted in these different job roles. So we'll also be doing these mock interviews as well, right? Yeah, this is it for this is all about our classes. These are the bank details you have. I shared them in the chat section, right? I think it is hard to copy in the chat section. Maybe I will post the text. I'm just seeing that it is hard to copy here in the chat section. I'll directly post the text here so that it can directly copy paste, right? I'm pasting the text here. You can copy paste this text. The earlier version was the image version. Now you can copy paste this text here. Okay, fine. So yeah, that's it. Any more queries, guys? No queries, all good. Just let me know in the chat section if everything is fine. Have you able to follow up with the installation process and all? Type S in the chat section and you can leave the class if no queries. But make sure you type S so that I have an understanding that whatever I'm dictating here is understandable to you guys, right? So Mahima Kumar, yeah, thank you, Naresh. Thanks for your time. So Mahima, I will come back to you on WhatsApp regarding the timings again. All right, so let's discuss that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So yeah, thank you, Priyanshi. Yeah, guys, please, any questions, you can unmute yourself and have a talk.
Yeah, I have a question regarding installation. You said you will talk after the
Yeah,
class.
please, yeah. Before that, let me check what Mahima had. Mahima Kumar, I hope everything is fine with you, the installation of VS Code and Python. No issues, right?
Yeah, yeah, I can run the commands and everything.
Yeah, fine.
It is working.
So let's meet on WhatsApp regarding the timings. I think you are also in touch with
Sure.
Pratik, right? So he'll also guide you from there,
Yes.
right? So no
Yeah.
worries. Let us see what we can do. Yeah, the other student who is facing issue with the installation. So let's see. So can you unmute now? Let's speak out. Whoever is facing issue with the installation, can you speak out?
Yeah, it's me. I'm Madhavi.
Yeah, Madhavi.
Yeah, I see that like switch to pre-release version in the Python debugger.
Have you shared the screenshot with me?
Let me share it again.
Or else can you share your screen so that I can get?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Okay, fine. So I will give you the co-host access here. Now let me stop sharing my screen.
Okay.
And I will give you the host access so that you can share the screen. Madhavi is requesting for. Okay, allow. Yeah, so
Okay.
you have the access now.
Can you see my screen? Not sharing it. Okay. Okay. Is it visible now? My
I see
screen?
your screen now. So Python debugger is installed. So what is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Do I need to switch to the pre-release version or
No need,
how
ma'am.
it is?
Just let it be whatever it is. So no need of switch to pre-release version. Now I got the understanding, right? So I thought it is an installation process, but now it's not
Okay.
an installation issue. So
Yeah, it's
ignore that.
version. Yeah.
Version, that's fine. Debugger version is not important right now. So you
Okay.
debugger installed, you got the Python installed. I also see in the terminal you also
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I executed these files.
right, sir, nice. So yeah, you are on point now. So no need to worry about other stuff. So you are on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sure.
Yeah. So guys, if no queries, you can leave the class. Okay, fine. So I see no queries here. So I'm terminating the call. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.